Hey guys, and welcome to a new series on the channel that I've been wanting to start for a while. In this series I will review episodes from the Sun and Moon anime. I know I missed the first 41 episodes, but I might cover those in a video or two in the future. With that out of the way, let's get to the review. So the episode's title is Alola at Kanto, Brock and Misty, and as the title indicates, Brock and Misty returned in this episode. As expected for the episode that celebrates the anime's 20th anniversary, the episode was filled with nostalgia and it was really great to see these old characters again. However, despite all this, I honestly feel that the episode was kinda disappointing. So to better explain my feelings towards this episode, let's quickly summarize it. So the episode starts off with Professor Kukui announcing that the class will go to Professor Oak's lab in Kanto for an extracurricular activity. And while the rest of the class is excited, Ash is just like the people who are tired of Gen 1 pandering, disappointed it's just Kanto. Until he hears there will be some special guests. So after a plane ride, the group arrives at the airport where they meet the special guests who are revealed to be Misty and Brock. So after meeting them, the group heads to Oak's lab and reunite with him, and soon a generic plot of the group interacting with Pokémon, looking for lost Pokémon and fighting Team Rocket begins. And after all this, at the end of the day, Professor Kukui reveals that they will head to the Cerulean Gym the next day, and the next day the group is seen heading there, and with this the episode ends. Now that I've finished my summary, let's share my thoughts on the episode. As I said earlier, the episode was filled with nostalgia and callbacks to the past. While some people may dislike this, I absolutely loved it. Seeing Brock and Misty again and seeing that Brock's personality hasn't changed at all really made me smile. As you heard, I only said Brock's personality. It could be because I never watched the Japanese episodes featuring Misty, but for some reason Misty seemed different than the Misty I know. She almost seemed too nice to Ash, unlike the Misty that would usually get angry at him or tease him. I know that this side of Misty's personality was severely reduced at the end of the original series and in the AG series, but it really seemed like they toned this down even more in this episode. My next bit of critique about Misty and Brock in this episode was the way they were reintroduced. Them acting as special guests for the class made it seem they weren't necessary at all, and for the entirety of the episode they had roles that could easily have been given to one-time characters. Also, I found that their reunion with Ash lacked emotion, and throughout the episodes they barely interacted with each other. We did get some flashbacks to the time the three of them traveled together, but that was pretty much it for the nostalgia the characters themselves had when seeing each other again. I also think that we should have been told what Misty and Brock have been up to all this time. We don't know how Misty has been doing as a gym leader, or how Brock has progressed as a Pokémon doctor. I really would have loved if that was told to us. It's just wasted opportunity in my opinion. I really loved though how Pikachu was happy to see Misty again. That was a really nice touch. Now onward to Ash's Pokémon. It was nice seeing him again, and we even got a cameo of Ash's Squirtle and the Squirtle Squad, who apparently reside at Oak's lab now. Also, Mew actually made its anime debut in this episode, which was kinda off, but it was really cool seeing it. But despite all this, as I expected though, we didn't get to see any of Ash's newer Pokémon, like a Sinnoh or Kalos Mons. We only got to see the usual ones like Bulbasaur, Tauros and Muk, and while it was nice seeing them again, I'm disappointed we didn't get to see some of the others. I also wished a bigger deal was made about Squirtle instead of having him just appear in a simple cameo. And while we are on the subject of characters who didn't make an appearance, Tracy was nowhere to be seen in this episode. I think his last appearance was in the final episode of Best Wishes, and even that was in a fantasy, so it really seems even the writers forgot about him, and that's kinda a shame in my opinion. I would have loved to see the group interact with Tracy as well. And also, where was Misty's Azurill? In her latest appearances in the Advanced Generation series, he was carrying an Azurill, but now it was nowhere to be seen. So I really hope the writers didn't just forget about it. We also got to see the infamous Jigglypuff again, whose appearance was obviously just for nostalgia and came literally out of nowhere, but I love seeing it again. Now, as I mentioned in my summary, the plot was really generic. Really the only thing that made me accept this weak plot was its nostalgia armor. If it weren't for that, the episode would have been a lot worse for me. It was nice to see the SM group have some kind of adventure though at Oak's lab. This is something I'm really missing in the current series. Team Rocket also recited their original motto again, that was a nice touch, and Beware once again proved itself to be the best Pokémon in this anime. Another thing about the plot was that it was really too fast paced. It really felt like they tried to put too many things in one episode and there was barely any room to breathe, since as soon as one part ended the screen shifted to another one of Ash's friends. So it's really a shame that pacing was really off in this episode. As for the animation, there really wasn't anything special, which is most likely because of the animators saving all their time and effort for next week's battles. One thing that is worth mentioning though was that during the fight against Team Rocket, the stock effect backgrounds from Best Wishes and earlier were used again. And that was really well done in my opinion, and a really nice callback. It gives the viewers the old school feeling again, and Ash flipping his head was also really nice there, it really helped with that. But yeah, overall the episode was enjoyable. The plot was really generic as I said earlier, and it had some disappointing moments, but it's definitely worth watching just to see Misty and Brock again. So yeah, that was it for this video. Since this was my first review ever, feel free to put some feedback or tips, anything like that, in the comments down below and tell me what I can do better. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to smack that like button down below and show your support. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye!